Hello there, Tom Kosnik, founding partner of the Devices Group here with a mid-year update. We typically do a mid-year update for our roundtables when they're meeting in June. We are coming into August, a few weeks after mid-year, but better late than never. Well, if you're in the staffing industry, you've been experiencing this recession, and a typical recession in the staffing industry, 24 months over the past 30 years, the recessions that we've had. We are just past 30 months. This data is like 6 weeks old here, coming from the NBF Economics Group. So high probability the rest of this year is going to be down. I don't know if you saw the Bullhorn report, but professional staffing, I believe 10% down, commercial staffing 11% down this year over last year over the previous year, somewhere between 10 and 15% down, depending on your niche. So the staffing industry has been in decline. These are kind of like record number of months that the staffing payrolls have been in decline. So not fun for anybody. And one thing that I track is GDP. So as we all know, or many of us know, the strongest economic correlator to the rise and fall or prediction of the staffing industry is the GDP. So if the GDP is growing or doing well, the staffing industry is doing well. But if you notice at the very end of the slide here, even though the GDP is doing okay, not great, okay, the staffing industry continues to lose month over month payrolls. What does that tell me? When I saw that, I'm thinking something is really not right. In other words, there are some dynamics afoot that are descending upon the staffing industry that I'm not hearing about, that nobody's talking about, that nobody's writing about. So what do we think are some of those dynamics on the commercial side and the professional side? So commercial staffing, half of the temporaries we put out on billing in the United States typically are in manufacturing. Well, I mean, this is from May or so, April of 23 to 24. Manufacturing is just not hiring. Is manufacturing in a recession? I mean, clearly the manufacturing numbers have been declining, but you see when we read in the newspaper here, job growth is X number of jobs this month, X number of jobs increase this month. Where are those jobs coming from? So healthcare, government, hospitality, social assistance, not manufacturing. In fact, in the last year, manufacturing has only added 20,000 jobs. I mean, there's 13,000 people that are retiring every day out of the workforce. So this is 20,000 jobs. I mean, versus healthcare, government, social assistance. I mean, you can see the numbers right here. Manufacturing is not hiring. It's just not hiring. I mean, it's not good for commercial staffing. We have close to 100 C-suite execs involved in our roundtable program. What are we hearing from them? They are telling us that their clients are saying, hey, we still have inventories that we're trying to work through. We still have some supply chain issues. Feet on the street, manufacturers are hiring the recent influx of immigrants in the country. So I'm all for immigration. We need immigration. We need immigrants to come in to help fuel the economy. But with the influx of immigrants, a lot of manufacturers are hiring immigrants over utilizing staffing services. That's what I'm hearing. There's a lot of information on the internet and posts, different posts on LinkedIn about this issue, but it is negatively affecting the commercial side of the staffing industry. Hey, the other thing that I'm hearing is this comes from some of my friends on the IT side of the industry, servicing the industry. Hey, look, if it's Indeed Flex or other tools like this is just one example. Indeed, no app in 2020. 2023, they had a million downloads. By end of March 2024, they had 3 million downloads. So I get a little bit of pushback from some of my clients. Oh, downloads, that doesn't mean anything about usage. Well, there's a certain percentage of people that are using this tool and using all the other new tools that are popping up into the industry. So something strategically to be aware of on the commercial side. Certainly, these tools are working well on the healthcare side, less so in professional staffing, the IT, engineering, accounting, finance, and the like. Uh, but I've got an associate, just as an example. I have an associate whose wife is managing a yoga studio, and he says to me that she says, "Hey, I'm not interested in working with any staffing companies. I want a one source solution. I do everything through Indeed." I don't know anything about the quality of candidates and the all that stuff, but that's what a lot of these middle markets, smaller businesses, middle markets, these HR directors and things, they're gravitating towards these tools. So strategically, you've got to figure out, how to use these tools. Hey, what's happening on the professional side? What am I hearing on the professional side? Well, offshoring, nearshoring. This train left the station years and years and years ago. But look, we're companies in the United States are quietly offshoring and nearshoring hundreds of jobs. I mean, my little company, we've got 3 people working over in the Philippines. I couldn't be more happy. I mean, fantastic. The work ethic, the loyalty. We have figured out a lot in terms of offshoring and nearshoring. Um, Something to be aware of. The other thing that I'm hearing is project work. 2023, my clients in the IT sector said in 2023 it was the most difficult year that they've ever experienced in the 30 years that they've been in staffing. But I've got IT clients that are growing. Where are they growing? They're offering these value add type services, projects, SOW type projects. We can talk a lot about MSPs and are the MSPs working? Are they not working? But again, the verbatim coming from clients of mine, if you're an IT staffing, engineering staffing, professional staffing, and you've got sales reps out there knocking on doors asking for job orders, forget it. Game over. You've got to be thinking your clients want value add type. For my clients that from their fulfillment teams, that the candidates on the front end of this whole recruiting process would rather talk to an AI bot than a recruiter. So you're that. And actually, it's a trend that's picking up steam. You gotta be aware of it. So, hey, so 2 things then. What do we do? What do you do? I mean, 30 months, 31 months of down numbers in the staffing industry. Where are the opportunities to grow? Hey, on the commercial side, the RPO. So recruitment process outsourcing, the Everest Group. This is a group, legit, real deal research institute. The RPO industry, 5.1 billion in revenue at the end of 2023, projected to double in revenue in the next 2 years. So if you don't know anything about RPO, you might want to check into it. If you're on the commercial side, it's not, there are some nuances and some things different than just straight W-2 hourly staffing. But recruitment process outsourcing, I believe there's an association. You can Google it and find out. Something to look at. Some clients of mine that are doing RPO, they've been growing it. And then on the professional side, we got to start thinking like what are those value add services? What are the project statement of work? If you don't have that expertise on staff, then either contract it, find it, hire it. You got to figure out how to do this. I mean, it's again, you're out there, your sales reps are out there fishing for job orders. Boy, we can safely assume these things that I just went over, that are affecting the staffing industry. There's a reason why the GDP is going well and we continue to decline in numbers. Strategically, we've got to figure out how do we respond to these new strategic dynamics. So anyway, Tom Kosnik, founding partner of the Devices Group. Happy to chat with anybody. I hope this video, I hope you found some nice tips in this video. You can click the like button and feel free to give us a call. We have 9 roundtables in the staffing industry. Presidents, CFO, CMO, CROs, all C-suite execs. And anyway, let's hope for some good things in the back half of the year and some better things in 2025.